All right, let's talk patterns. Patterns could be, rhythmic. They could be the notes and the rhythm. It could be a combination. You could think of it like a riff, even, because you're kind of doing the same thing. You kind of play a certain melody and then go into it and figure out, well, what is that in relationship to the chord or the scale, and then can I repeat it and all that stuff. So we are going to actually just give you some basic patterns, and then, honestly, you should just go out and make your own and go hear something, go pick it out, go figure it out, kind of thing. So this is really linked to chord tones and scales. So you got to know your scales, and you should know your chord tones. It's going to make it a lot easier because they're all interconnected, right? So patterns. So one pattern, the first pattern we want to give you. Can I play quarter notes? And we're probably talking right hand because our left hand's still going to play chords or bass lines, right? Talking as a solo pianist at least. Can I do my chord 1, 3, 5, 7, kind of like what you did with your bass line and the melody stuff, right? Could I do those as quarter notes? That's it. Could I go up? Can I do it? And just move that through the tune, right? Just, can I keep quarter notes? Every measure, going up the chord, going up the chord, going up the chord. If you can do that, come down, right? I want you to think of patterns as colors. Like if I'm painting or coloring a picture, each pattern is like its own color, right? And kind of once you get the sound down or in your ear, internalize a little bit, you'll start to kind of hear the sound of that pattern or riff show up in different places, and again, you're creating your masterpiece of a solo, right? So could you go up? Could you go down? And so forth, right? Could I take that through the tune and then, hey, mix it up, right? Every measure, I'm either going up or I'm going down quarter notes, right? And that's not to say we can't add rests and, of course, dynamics, right? But now I have two options already. I can go up quarters, down quarters, right? Number 2 on our list is, can I do eighth notes going up and then down, right? So I'm doing the same exact notes, 1, 3, 5, 7, and I'm doing eighth notes, and what we're doing is basically adding like a tied half note at the end. So like 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, right? So I'm taking it through 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And kind of that idea. And then reverse it, right? And so forth. So now I've actually got 4 different ideas I could do. I could do quarter notes up, quarter notes down. I could do eighth notes up, eighth notes down, right? I have 4 ideas I can make solos with. And they're going to sound okay because at least at this point it's just the chord tones, right? So the last one is thinking of the same chord tones, same order, root shape, and do triplets. Same idea. Triplet, triplet, 3, 4, right? Give it a little half note at the end. So I've got this, oh, sorry. Right, I could reverse it. Yeah. And so forth, right? Anyway, but that's the idea. So if I had that, I would have 6 different ideas, right? And, I like to play like almost like Simon Says with students, right? If I have these 6 ideas, let's call them out, right? Let's just randomly call them. You start, and we'll say, hey, eighth note's going down, and triplet's going up, quarter note's going down, right? And you just keep that pattern until Simon says something else, right? And it's just, again, and this is only root shape, right? You could take all these ideas and play them in the next inversion, right? I could play it in the D with the third on the bottom, throw that root on top, and I could do the same thing, right? Or eighths. You have to think about it a little bit more, right? And so forth, right? I mean, I could literally go through all the chords in there. What would be 4 shapes, because there's 4 notes. And holy cow, that gives me so many options. And if I have it in my ears, I mean, these all translate to other songs, right? So I have that. If you went back and you talked about a blues scale, wow, I could add my blues scale. I could play all these chord patterned kind of things. And this isn't even getting into like scalar type of patterns, right? This is just beginning, touching the tip of the iceberg, right? And then of course, certain chord tones, which this incorporates. But holy cow, you can do a lot with just those options. And you haven't even gotten into anything like crazy scales or anything with, you know, deeper into the jazz language or anything. This is just a blues scale, chord tones, and a few basic patterns, right? So, you know, and we're talking all right hand, at least at this moment. Not that your left hand couldn't or shouldn't be able to do that, but most people, honestly, they're just going to do it with their right hand, and they're going to play chords or bass lines with the left, right? So, all that to say, both hands is great, but for sure the right hand, because you are going to focus on those other things too with the left hand. But they all, again, they all kind of mash up. Know my scales, know my chords, and put it together, right? All right, so those are the three patterns that I just want to get us into. And again, 1, 3, 5, 7 quarters up, maybe down. Same thing with eighths, 1 and 2, and with that 3, 4 kind of tied half note, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, and then maybe reverse it, and then try triplets, triplet, 3, 4, da 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 da, right? And I could reverse that too. Okay, so man, lots going on, good stuff. So all right, we are gonna break here and talk about the next one, or next idea in a really short video, and we'll see you there. Okay.